If anyone is on, can you hear me? Sorry. Hello, hello. Anyone on yet?
Yes, you can be heard.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I had like the thing was showing my microphone off, and I had to change my permissions to allow, I guess, audio and video. But every time I do it, it would take me out of the stream. So um, that's why I disappeared. But I have kind of a interesting topic today because it was a topic that was spoken of in a group I was in that I woke up and there was a deep discussion on it. So I mean, I've kind of had this discussion before, but it was really, I guess, it was digging deep into the subject a lot more than what I did. So I think I might want to revisit that topic just to kind of get um, some other input um, from others as well on it. And it goes back to couples, but it's not the etiquette of approaching couples, it's the couples um, and their specific dynamics, um, which not everyone has their dynamic as couples, and we get that. Um, but I just wanted to kind of tap in on the couples that are um, a little kind of one-sided, I guess, where um, one particular party, is not allowed to do certain things um, within their dynamic, and so I just want to kind of feed into that a little, and basically whatever other topics any other um, body comes up with in the comments, we can touch on. If there's any things you want me to touch over, um, just to get you're on, but you can't comment. Um, Rolo, is there a button or something like that? They say they want to comment, but they can't. Is there some kind of
I'm not sure why they can't comment.
um Jay, if you're on, I know you say you're on, there should be a button, a message button in the middle. I mean on my screen it shows in the middle. I'm not sure what it shows on your side, but that's where the comment button is. Um,
Let me take a look and see what's going on.
but I can still talk while you do that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But just to touch on that, there was a deep discussion in regards to um, couples um, and what their rules are. And it was one that in particular kind of stood out to me because it was like, I get, you know, people have trust issues or insecurities when it comes to um, their partner in the opposite sex. So, but the fact of, people that, well, my girl or my dude can't play with, but I can type mentality kind of, I mean, of course, that's the um discretion of their rules and their dynamics and stuff like that. But um to me, it just doesn't seem fair. Like if I decide, that's what I want, but it just seems like a lot of women, I feel like, are manipulated into that mindset. So they I can't see the photo. If I look, I can't check my messages, because if I check my messages, I'm gonna um I'm not gonna be in the stream anymore. Wish I can, maybe I can bubble it. I don't know. Let's see. And maybe it won't take me out. I don't even see your comment. Oh God. Okay. He's checking into that. Jay, let's see. Okay, don't want to do that. Because nobody's commenting. I'm wondering if everyone's having that same issue. Hold on.
Okay, everything should be good to go.
Okay, so okay, I see your comment right there. Oh, this is our private chat. Oh, my bad. Okay. Um, can you try now, Jay, and
Okay,
see?
I see one. There goes a comment.
It must be coming in slow to me because I'm not seeing anything.
No, just look on the screen.
I I'm looking at right now. Okay, I see James. Hey, James. Um, Jay, if you're on here, see if you can comment now. No, okay. How many does it show? It doesn't never show me how many's on the stream, so I don't know who's here. If you're here, say hello, drop a comment so I can see if you're who's here. I can acknowledge you for being here. Um, okay. Yep, I'm not seeing anymore. But anyhow, I'm going to continue. But as you come on, I will see your comment. So just drop a comment as you come on. But going on, like I was saying, I feel like women um it asks to switch to a profile, but just click on your profile, then it should let you comment. At least that's what it did for me. Okay. Well, hopefully they can um, figure that part out, and they'll see that comment and see if they can adjust their setting or however, um, in order for them to join. Um, but going on, like I said, I kind of almost feel like women are manipulated in those type of situations because I don't see a lot of men that be like, oh well, my girl can play, but I'm not gonna play with any females, but she can play with all the males she can. This just seems a little one sided to me. And to me, like, I feel like it's kind of unfair to a point, but I understand, like, if that's what you agree to, that's what you agree to, but don't be closed-minded, I guess I would say, to the ideal if she was to come to you and be like, hey, I rather do this because I've run into a lot of men that are that way. I've ran into a lot of men in the LS that way. They're partnered with somebody, either they're married, girlfriend, whatever. And, and I see, or I've seen it a lot to where it was a mandatory thing um, for the male to be the only one that the female fucks with. And so I'm sorry for cussing, but I I get it, but I don't get it at the same time because it's all about an experience for everybody. Um, so what experience is she's getting if you know you're experiencing other people, she's only experiencing you. Um, just because she's bi, don't mean that she's bi for everybody. Point blank period. She's not gonna be bi for everyone. So the fact of the matter is like, oh, she can only mess with women. Okay, well, if there's not a woman of her choice there, but there's a guy that is, how do you um how do you respond to that type of situation? Um, but I mean, like I said, I get it. That's your dynamic. That's what you choose to do. That's what you signed up for, and you only definitely want to go after uh you definitely want to, seek out people, for the fact of um, that are in line with what you're into. Um, but for the sake of our argument, um, to me, I think it's just a little one-sided. I think it's a little unfair. Um, it's really not in tune with what the LS was originally originated behind. It was all supposed to be everyone um, experiencing and letting their inhibitions go and fulfilling fantasies and this type of thing. And it has gotten way, way, way far away from that. And so, um, but it's not my judgment. I don't judge anyone for their dynamics. I will hope they would judge me on mine, um, because we're a lot more open. Um, we're we're in constant communication when it comes to that. So there's not like, even though you have a dynamic to where y'all are openly play, doesn't mean that um, there's no respect. There's no um, rules of engagement or anything like that. It just simply says, hey, we're open. We both want to have an experience. Um, everybody not gonna get that experience. They're not gonna have the capability of getting that experience. Um, can you check, I just had another one that just said they couldn't comment. You said the everything. Well, obviously somebody can comment. I don't know because James commented. Can anybody else comment, please? Because
Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah, everybody should be able to comment. Let me see here.
I might have to, because yeah, I see one person's commented, and I don't know how many's on video. How many's on video? Okay, there's Panda. Hey, Panda. I really want to be able to have, hopefully everyone can comment. Please comment if you can. If you can't, shoot me an inbox or or comment on the Facebook link on Facebook. Well, actually, just send me an inbox. So maybe I can. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me bubble this. Can y'all still see me? Can you still see me?
Yeah. No, yeah, you never left the camera.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I had to bubble the conversation because I dropped the link in several groups. I'm just trying to make sure. Mm. Okay. All right. Okay.
Did you see our chat?
I have a tablet, but it is dead at the moment, which I'm probably gonna have to start charging it and use it. Only thing with my tablet, I think my audio is jacked up on it, so I don't know if that's gonna work, but I could definitely have it as a backup to look on. Um, okay, so do you prefer couples? Oh, you just put that on to show the comment. I don't know why people cannot
That's
comment.
a question for you.
Oh, that's a question for me? Oh, so do I prefer couples with more experience with being open on both sides or just a single person? I do prefer couples that are open on both sides. I I don't like the whole single one side thing, no. So if they're like if if they're a couple and the guy approached me, he wants to play, but it's if his girl can't play and I'm also a couple and his girl can't play with, and not to say she has to play with my dude, but if she can't play, period, I'm like I'm not going to engage with you at all because I don't feel like it's fair. Especially if I know your dynamic. If I don't know your dynamic, there's no way I can know it unless you tell me or unless they tell me. Um, but if I know that's what you're on, then I can't engage with you at that point no more. So um, I want I like openness on both sides. So I feel like the playing field is fair. Um, Not to say it's unfair that she doesn't. That's just um my opinion on that. So I absolutely do prefer couples that are open on both sides. Um, but singles are a whole different story. That you know, they're single. You know, they don't really have the rule, other than the rule of themselves. But yeah, definitely the open end couples. Um, but I mean, it's it's couples out there like that. I get it. I understand. Um, I just don't agree with it. Me personally, I don't. But other than that, yeah, I wish if anybody has any comments, please comment and let me know what are your thoughts. Um, even as a single person, like how would you engage with a couple that has a rule in place to where um you can, that the couple only plays, well, only one part of the couple plays and the other one doesn't. And that's either solo or together. Because even together, I mean, even though they're together, she might or that particular person might not engage with you, but with their partner. So I don't know how, being a single person, how, do you prefer, an open side couple, or you prefer one that's single sided or one sided? Mm-mm. All right. I mean, attraction is a um, definite, um, it does come into play. Because one I would feel like definitely needs to be attracted to the other one in order to play. Um, I don't know. Because you don't want nobody to take one for the team. So if you know the attraction is not there, then obviously, yeah. I mean, that's a good question, Rolo. I don't know. Um, I feel like we two beautiful people, me, my other half. But yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to end up taking one for the team or anything like that. So um, I'm definitely big on personality. Because I'm not one that's about looks. You got people that are out there that um are definitely, if you're not attractive to them, um they can't mess with you. However, I guess I'm just an exception to the rule, or personality goes a long way. Your vibe goes a long way, because I'm pretty sure there's some ugly ones that I don't hooked up with, but I wouldn't say they're ugly per se, just unattractive to a point where it's like initially off the rip, I'd be like, no. Mm-mm. But as you get to know a person, um, That's why it's always good to vibe because you never know. You know, it's all like they say. It's always someone out there for everyone. So, and I believe that. Um, yeah, they're not gonna be, so, I might not be somebody's cup of tea. He might not be somebody's cup of tea, and that's fine. Um, I would suggest, if that's the case, that you definitely make that, you know, known that I'm not interested type of deal. And that's, it depends on if your partner is okay with you playing without, going ahead and playing without them in a couple swap situation. And so I'll be more than happy, like, yeah, go ahead, babe, like, go on, do what you gonna do, because I'm gonna just sit up here and chill, or I go find something that I am attracted to. And this is, um, I guess I wouldn't say it takes away from the experience, but it does, but it is your experience. So you are in control of that. So if that's not what you're into, then that's not what you're into. But, you know, after some small conversations, you just never know because um, you can definitely be like, okay, you're not initially my type, but you have a good personality. You have a good vibe to you. I can fuck with you. So yeah, definitely have to have the a good vibe. Without the vibe, without some type of conversation, it's um, difficult to move into the next step. So some people can do it, some can't. I'm one of the people that can't. I'm a sapiosexual. If people don't know what that means I get turned on by intelligent, intelligent conversation. You know, that kind of moves me. If you can talk about anything other than sex, that kind of moves me to the point where I want to deal with you in a sexual way. So, um, some people can go in and just do it and not have any thought about it, don't have any repercussion about it. No, they just, just go do the do and then come back and all is well. But yeah, I'm definitely one of those ones that you got to um, talk to me on a deeper level in order to get to the next step, unless it's already a conversation that we've had, or little bits of flirting here and there. So whenever we do see each other, it's like, yeah, 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 like, oh yeah, definitely. That's when, and those, okay, so sometimes you go to places and don't know them and don't have time to talk and gotta wish for the best. In that case, yes, most of, like, okay, you probably get that at most, what they call DTF parties, and you don't really have a lot of time to get to know somebody. At this point, it's about energy. It's about, the energy you get off that person, the energy, the vibe you get off that person, the attraction you have to that person, and then you just have to go for what you know, um, and hope for the best. But yeah, I mean, there's instances where you won't have that type of time, but usually, I'm sorry, by being in all these groups and things, you you already have this dialogue back and forth, you know, in the group, in each other inboxes. So by the time you do get to an event, you already kind of got the getting to know each other phase out of the way, pretty much. And so it's just now the acts, like, we get involved, um, we go ahead and all the stuff we was talking about in the groups and the inboxes, we get to go ahead and get to prove all that information and that and those promises at that point. So, oh yeah, you definitely gotta hope for the best and wish for the best in those type of situations. But a lot of times, like I said, it's usually already a line of communication, a line of dialogue. It's only when you run into like a new person at an event. So at that point, you can probably, you know, hey, ain't got much time. Let me get your name. Let me get your Facebook um, information, and we can, you know, talk about some things. So by the next party, we be already kind of um, at this point where we can dialogue a little more and get to know one another. So by the time we get to the next one and we see each other, it's like, okay, boom, it's on. I'm liking the setup. How the fuck? Hey, my ain't. I don't want to cuss up on here. But you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Juju, you know your name.
You better let it loose. Let it loose.
Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Cause I know if it was gonna be, you know, type of thing that
Let
I
it
don't
loose.
too out of hands. But okay, now that I know that, um, yeah, hey, my ancient brother from another mother that's on here, but we not family though, for real. We not family. He said I can, but anyway, thanks for everyone coming in. If you're here, like I said, please drop a comment. I know there were some issues with people commenting on here, so just let me know you're here. Um, anything you want to add to it? Uh, I know we not Ken, bro. I cleaned it up. I cleaned it up. We are not Ken. He said he's trying to hump on me, and like we haven't humped already, but that's another story. Um, but yeah. If you just coming in, Julius, we were just talking about. I don't know who's all just came in, but we were just talking about couples dynamics, whereas they're yes. Oh, stop it! Tomorrow's hump day. See, listen, you start something. Um, it was ages ago, but it still happened unless you restarted your dick all over again for the new year. Oh, that's a good idea. I restarted my vagina then, or my pussy, I should say. I'm gonna restart. So all the bodies I done had, I ain't had well, I got a new body count this year, but anyway. um, but like I said, we were talking about couple dynamics, whereas and this is a good one for you because I kind of feel like this is your dynamic, Julius. Um, to where the in a couple situation, one of the partners is kind of um not allowed to play with the opposite sex. That could be male or female because I've seen both sides of that dynamic, and I understand it's a choice that that particular person makes. Um, but um, okay, listen to me now. I understand that's a choice that both of y'all agree to and stuff like that. But I just wanted to kind of get from the standpoint of one that's in a relationship that's kind of one sided, where it's like I can do and the other person can't do only but me type situation. Um, like if the roles were reversed for you in that situation, how would you react to it? And then also, um, if later on down the road, because not every party, even though like okay, for sake of of the discussion, you know, it's you that can play with all the females or whatever, but she can only play with females. But what if the female is not attractive to her or she's not attracted? Um, okay, I get that. As long as I'm cool as long as she has the option to. If she just says no, I just don't want to. I mean, and that could be, as right now because she don't really know people like that. So of course she's y'all, she's new. You've been in it a long time. She's new. And so of course that might be her reaction now, but in the interim that later on in the future she wants to do something different that you're open to it basically. And so that pretty much just answered my question right there. If she wants to, that's up to her. Right now that's what she chooses not to do. And that's why I'm thinking like later on down the road, if because I've seen men, I've seen relationships where the man absolutely will not let their girl play. No discussion, no nothing, and he is allowed to play with whoever. And that's where it kind of gets me, because if you're not open to the idea, because she might change her mind later on down the road, you know, not to say you don't have the best dick in the world, but maybe she wants to try a new dick. She's seen a dick and she be like, okay, I want to try it. Much of these dick pics and pussy pics get dropped in these groups. Um, you know, something has to stick out, and she's like, "Ooh, I, I like that. I want to try it." But she, in her mind, she's got to set up like, I already agreed to this, and this is where this is kind of the contract I'm kind of stuck under because I don't already agreed to it. So, um, as long as I feel like there's a openness, with um an openness with how um if she was to change her mind later on down the road, that you're open to that. Because I guess I've seen relationships, like I said, I've seen relationships where she changed her mind, she wanted to fuck with somebody. Well, needless to say, they end up breaking up because he's like, that's not what he wanted. So um a kind of slave type shit. I mean, you will be surprised. That's the mentality. Because, like, I'm telling you, I've seen it so many times to where it's just um, the man controls how the female, you know, uh, is engaged out here in the LA. So um, it's like they don't have much of a choice. He's, their way or the highway. Um, but if you have an open mind, um, to it, then you know that's all that I ask. Because like I said, I see so many men that are like, nope, no, ain't no way. I'm the only dick for her, but he go out here and have all the pussy he want. Like that's just seems so unfair to me. Because why are you the only one having an experience? And like I said before, like just because she's bi, don't mean she's bi for everyone. She don't, some people are very selective when it comes. I'm like, what is that noise? It's raining outside. Um, yeah, some women are very selective with who they play with. Um, I did one. Um, you just can't automatically assume um that because she bi, she gonna play with any woman. You know what I'm saying? So, um, See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that shit backfires on you real quick. Um, like that, I feel like, they do it because, you know, that's the man they love. Um, Initially that might be all they want, but in the interim later on, hell, things change, And, like what's nice saying, hell, she might start cheating, and that's unfortunate, but I mean that's the way um she feels like she's the route she would have to take because of the the pressure of not being able to. So long as there's an open opportunity for later on down the road, she wants to change her mind. If that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. Can't fault her for that. Um, but be open in case that that changes. E- every relationship evolves and changes. And like right now, I'm on the fence about the whole poly. And I'm only that because I want to do my research first on it and before I enter into anything like that. So um, I'm not doing. I wouldn't say I'm poly now, but I could be poly later. So it just has to be the right dynamic for me and the right people. So and that comes with your relationships too. It has to be with the right one. So you don't um, end up like the masses where it just doesn't work out. So communication is a big factor in a lot of it. You just can't communicate enough. You can't over communicate. Um, definitely, definitely be open minded to whatever. I'm just reading comments, y'all. Definitely be open minded to if when situation changes to be open minded to it. But like there's been guys that left their partner because their partner changed their mind and ended up wanting some other dick other than theirs. And of course, the man went on about that, you know. So I just want to make sure like everybody's happy, everybody gets a nut. Um, or at least some type of experience, whether a lot of people don't nut at parties, especially the guys. Y'all don't y'all take that shit home with you. I swear to God, y'all do. Some of you do. So, um, anybody else? Got any questions for me? I got about 5 minutes left. No, I don't. I'm sorry. 12 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the clock on the screen instead of my phone. I forgot he started this stream before 7 o'clock. So, anybody have any responses? Any questions um, in regards to what I've talked about? Um, or want to touch base on something before? Um, if you're in the LS community, you better keep an open mind. If not, your lady gonna leave for a dude that's gonna let her be her, give her the freedom. If not, she gonna take her freedom. Absolutely, you said that right there in a nutshell. If you if you don't have an open mind, um, she's gonna go where she can get her sexual freedom from. Point blank. If you're not giving her the opportunity to explore, um, and that's even after you know, she's like, okay, I'm cool with just being with you, type deal. Like, eventually, she gonna want to explore, and if you won't give her that freedom, yeah, she's gonna find that freedom on her own. So it's always best to keep an open mind. Not to say she's gonna be out here just like probably jumping on every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Um, she might just have that one or two that she might be interested in and she just want to see. No harm in that. So um, you don't probably done hit about however many pussies to her one. So yeah, definitely keep an open mind um, when it comes to this, because otherwise, they will find a way to get that freedom, especially if y'all don't live together. I mean, even if y'all did live together, late nights at work, leaving, going places, randomly, don't know what happens. So yeah, definitely want to keep an open mind out here, people. Um, yeah, I agree with that. She'll do what she want whenever she's ready. Like I said, she's pretty new, and she hasn't yet found her footing in this as of yet. So as she gets, you know, to hanging around, yeah, once she gets some hanging around, a group of people, a crowd of people that she's comfortable with, and she can kind of explore without, judgment and without, pressure and stuff like that, then yeah, I feel like she'll come into her own. She'll definitely um want to see exactly what it all has to offer, and that's what any new person that comes in, you want to see, I came in single though. Um, so it was a whole different experience for me. So, but I even though I kind of felt like I got jumped in, so to speak, I kind of, found my way through. And yeah, it's been an experience, um, so to speak. But I eventually found my way. I had to navigate through several circles of people in order to find my, my village, so to speak. Um, people that I can party with and I can hang out with outside of this. So, it's gonna take a while for her to, get that because it took me probably about 4 years um, before I was able to really kind of get my footing and set into this whole lifestyle thing. And so, yeah, it's gonna take a while before she really finds her way and finds her footing. So it's just like she just has to be in an environment that is she's solely comfortable with who's around, and she knows it's not gonna be no fuck shit going on, and that type of thing. And her business being spread. People talk too much. We get that. Oh, that's definitely gonna be my next topic of discussion. Go ahead and put it on the books now, Rolo. Um, we're gonna label it Vegas. What stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to have a conversation on that. Um, so that could be the next topic. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to want to join that live and probably need to join that live because a lot of the um, people that are yelling at are major um, offenders of that. So yeah, it'd be amazing to see a lot of comments that I might gonna have um, surrounding that because you know Not everything stays in Vegas. So we're gonna call that Vegas on the next topic. Uh, Vegas and NDAs, which I feel kind of are non-existent. And even if they were existent, they hold no weight. But I'll give my opinion on that on the next episode. So, definitely tune in next week because that's gonna probably be a doozy of a conversation piece because yeah, it needs to be said. I think she just getting her feet wet, so I'm just sitting back, letting her explore if she wants. I encourage all males and females to allow your partner space to explore and figure out what they want. Absolutely. I got thrown into the wolves too, so yeah, they ain't no bullshit. I know who. Yeah, absolutely. If you're, so to speak, you're basically her guide in this. So she's trusting you with the most valuable thing, is herself. Um, she's trusting you with, you know, her integrity. She's entrusting you with, um, a lot, because you're familiar, she's unfamiliar. So a lot of trust is set in on how, you know, well you lead her. Jump on camera, Julius. Oh shoot. Why are you gonna bring that ancient motherfucker on camera? Is he gonna come on camera? Does he click that link or something to get on camera? I'm sorry, y'all. These things
Yeah,
notifications.
if he click the link, yeah, he'll be able to get right on.
He probably don't want to get on camera
Let's
with
go
his age.
TT.
Hey TT. I don't see TT, but I hate TT. But definitely, like I said, that'll be the next topic of discussion is Vegas. Um, definitely gotta. Thank you. Greetings, doll. Yeah, too much talking. So we're gonna cover that on the next episode. Yeah, we're gonna call that Vegas style NDAs. I'm gonna get my research done on the NDAs. Like I think I said in the last stream, I think we touched on it a little bit about NDAs, and I, I had my opinion on it. It won't let you. He won't let him join on the screen. And that's fine. It's okay, Julius. I get what you're saying, and I respect that as, because a lot of people are not that way. Um, but a lot of times it's about the perception. So that's why I kind of spoke on it. So I like so people understand, hey, not everybody is like that. Some people are just open minded. It's up to the discretion of her, and if she that's what she agrees to now. But I just wanted to like touch on the base, like, okay, if she was um to later on change her mind, that you're open minded to that end, um to that fact. So not everybody is open minded, not everybody are the same as you know. Um but that's fine. You don't have to join. But like I said, because I don't really want to go too far over time. Because I still gotta cook. this man gonna be home and he gonna want his chicken. So, but yeah, open minded is everything. Um, you definitely gotta keep an open mindedness, when it comes to anything. It doesn't even have to be sexual wise. Just keep an open minded to people, period. Um, you know, don't don't let, judgments or, you know, information from others, keep you from getting to try to know a person, because we get a lot of that too, you know, and people, oh, you shouldn't deal with this person because da 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 da. That's your experience with that person. My experience might be a little different. Like if I, I'm a, I'm a big, I'm big on bullshit. I can read it, I can smell it from a mile away. Um, I read people very well, so I don't need anybody else to tell me about a person unless I had a personal experience with that person, and I'll be like, okay, I agree. If I don't know that person, I'm definitely gonna get to know them. So you gotta keep an open mind on everything outside of sex. It's not, you know, just sex only. So um, just keep an open mind, period. So anyway, I appreciate everyone that has joined um, the live stream. I I'm gonna have to do better about um, getting it put out there ahead of time so everyone will know. But typically, everybody kind of knows it's every Tuesday, 7 p.m., 7 to 8. But I guess I have to put reminders out there. I almost forgot myself, to be honest, because I woke up at like 5:45. So um, I almost, totally forgot myself. I was like, oh yeah, it is Tuesday. So let me get up. I said I was gonna be here. I'm here. Um, and I appreciate everyone that comes on, you know, that speaks, that comments, that, you know, gives their input, um, and definitely, share um, this information. It's like it's not much, um, but a little goes a long way. So hopefully, we can reach the masses, and at least, some of the new people so they can get an idea of how to maneuver, um, and what's expected and what their expectations should be from this. So, but again, I appreciate everyone coming on. Next episode will be over the topic of Vegas, NDAs, what happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas, um, pillow talk, you name it. So join me next Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I would do better about putting up reminders in regards to um, the lives and what's happening, and so that everyone can definitely join. Thank you, Rolo. I appreciate you for doing this. I told you, and y'all give it up to this guy. He had a death in the family, and I told him, like, no, don't worry about it. I will do this. Um, I would do this, differently. Just take care of your family. And so he was like, no, I got you. I got you. We're going to set it up. So he did it in 5 minutes and got everything set up. So I appreciate you for doing that and having this um, this platform for me to discuss lifestyle issues on. So I appreciate you for that. Um, uh, yeah. What happens when you go to Vegas every weekend? You don't, yeah. I mean, if it's that type of weekend, then yeah, it does not get discussed. Some people probably fly out. You'd never know. what they went out there for. So definitely, got to keep it Vegas style, you know. But a lot of things happen in Vegas, even if you don't go out there for that type of thing. So yeah, definitely keep it Vegas style. So, but again, thank you, Rolo. Thanks everybody that joined. I appreciate you. Um, if you have the live on your page, the playback will be on there. So definitely share the live around. I appreciate that. Um, but otherwise, I will see you guys on next week, Tuesday. And that will conclude this live. I appreciate y'all.